Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. To get the coverage you need, call the number on the screen now.
Turnpike Sports Book Report.
And the Turnpike Sports Book Report is brought to you by BorgataSports.com, your favorite casinos. Now your favorite sports book available anywhere in New Jersey, BorgataSports.com. Sign up at BorgataSports.com using our promo code PIKE, that's P-I-K-E, and you get a risk-free bet up to $300 and 20 bonus dollars at BorgataCasino.com. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Take a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Got a couple sets of numbers to start off this week's Turnpike Sports Book Report. We have Nevada reporting a record handle for the month of August.
Now, is this a record handle for the state or national?
Record handle for the state.
State, okay.
They brought in, they had a handle of $475.1 million statewide.
All right.
That's just under a 65% increase over year in August. All-time record for the month of August in Nevada. Mobile sports wagering accounted for 64% of the total bets made, which is nice to see that number growing. They're still one of the few states that have the in-person registration on the books.
That's why it's so low compared to other states. I mean, we're seeing New Jersey and Pennsylvania like 90% online betting, and this is, what, almost 65%?
Yep.
Online? Wow.
Yep. Well, you got to remember, we're still seeing a lot of people not going to Vegas that they normally would be going to Vegas and Nevada in general because of COVID.
No. I'm saying it's interesting that Nevada doesn't have a large online betting,
right?
As the other.
And what I'm saying is the visitors who actually bet with their apps when they go to Vegas aren't there. You may be seeing an effect by that too. So I'm just saying there's a whole bunch of different reasons why it's still low. The in-person registration is the main reason. They had $17 million in revenue.
Well, you think it's the main reason. They haven't given that statement like that.
Right? I think it's the main reason.
Okay.
$17 million in revenue, which is a 9.3% decline from a year ago. So they're still showing the effect of the virus because of their sports betting numbers. But the sports betting numbers were better than the overall gaming numbers in terms of overall performance in the state. Delaware brought in a handle of $7.3 million.
We haven't heard from Delaware in a long time.
No.
It's interesting. You brought up Delaware.
But it's interesting. They had a 38% year-on-year decline for the month of August, but they had a 140% increase month-on-month from July to August. They had an increase, 143%. Revenue was about $900,000. That's down almost 60% from the $2.2 million in September of last year.
Okay.
Monthly total was 146% higher than the $367,000 recorded in August as well. So they went higher month to month, decline year to year, just like everybody else has been showing. Rhode Island.
Okay.
This is one of the few states that has shown an increase both year on year and also month to month. Rhode Island brought in a handle of $23 million in August. That's up almost 245% from July, and also up 117% from August of last year. So they've actually shown growth in terms of sports betting revenue and also sports betting handle because they dropped the in-person requirement. As I said, they had year-on-year increases everywhere. Their revenue for the month of August was $1.4 million. That's a 64%, almost 65% year-on-year rise from that month last year. Let's see. Also, they had a rise in revenue of almost 300% from the previous month. From July to August, they had almost 300% revenue increase.
Okay.
Over in Pennsylvania, we have, and I think we're going to be getting this week to week here because they're trying to tout the numbers and the growth. The Barstool Sports Book brought in a handle of $12.5 million in their second weekend in operation. That's up 14% from the 11 million it took in the first weekend.
All right.
Interesting number is the number of registrations. 95% of their registrations were new to Pennsylvania's database. So they brought in a whole bunch of new players to the Pennsylvania sports betting scene.
Well, they bring in a built-in fan base. I mean, Barstool Sports is very popular. It's a great platform. They have great guests and hosts and things like that. So, they have that built-in audience that they can bring to their sports book. I mean, that's what I mean. I can't wait for them to get to New Jersey, if they ever get to New Jersey. I hope they do.
Well, they're going to be expanding. They have targeted several other states. So what's also interesting, let's see, 24,000 of the 30,000 app downloads in Pennsylvania have led to registrations, which is unusual. That's a good turnover.
It's interesting. Wait. Say that again. That's interesting to me.
24,000 of the 30,000 people that downloaded the app
Yeah.
have also registered and completed their registration.
I mean, that's interesting that there's a number out there that people download the app but don't register.
That they had that in Rhode Island for a long time.
That's weird to me. Why would you download an app and not register?
Because you can't get to the casino to finish up some of these things. And also some people download the app and there's some functionality to it without doing any betting.
So they're downloading the app for maybe
are.
informational purposes
Exactly.
and things like that?
Exactly.
No, that's interesting to me, that you would download a sports book app and not register for it. That's very interesting to me.
Well, you got to realize states like Rhode Island, when they had the in-person registration,
Yeah.
they were only converting maybe half of those, if not less,
Okay.
to full registrations.
All right.
Also, the average deposit was $243 by the customers.
All right.
And of the $11 million bet in the first weekend of operation, 22% of that handle came on bets that were promoted by the Barstool personalities online or wherever they were promoting them.
So I haven't seen the Barstool app yet or anything like that. Are you saying that the Barstool personalities have their featured pick kind of thing, or they have
sort of like
that?
that? And also,
I haven't seen that
they're
yet.
also all over Twitter.
Okay, yeah.
Putting a bet here, and they say, promote this, we're doing a special
Okay,
here.
all right.
And 22% of the overall handle of that first weekend was on the promo bets.
Yeah, I know. I saw Fox Bet does that, especially on their TV show. What is it called now? The
Fox Bet Live.
Fox Bet Live. Used to be Lock It In, but they have Uncle Sal's special kind of thing, and they're touting that. But no, I guess Barstool does it too. So
Well, you also got to realize now this season with Fox Bet, you're going to have Howie Long doing it.
Yeah.
So,
No, was it Howie Long and is Terry Bradshaw doing
He's
anything like
part
that?
of, he does a lot of the stuff with the free-to-play game that
Okay, yeah,
they
I
do
know.
on TV.
I saw them talking about their free-to-play app kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay.
So
All right.
whenever you see the free-to-play games, you're going to see Terry
Okay.
Bradshaw and Howie Long. But Howie
So-
Long is going to be promoting the betting, too.
So what you're saying, those things work, marketing-wise, right?
They work.
They
They work for a time.
Okay.
At some point, you're going to see some of that
All right.
drop off. But, yeah, it's they do work.
All right.
Over in Indiana, we had ESPN and the National Football Post register as sports betting vendors.
The National Football Post?
Yeah.
What is
That's
it?
still around. That's
Wow.
an old publication.
I know.
But
okay.
they registered as sports betting affiliates sites.
Wow. It's
So
nice to hear they're still around.
They're moving into that.
Okay.
Which is nice. That's over in Indiana. Over in New Jersey, we had the German sportsbook operator Tipica. They got their conditional approval for launch in New Jersey last week.
Great.
And they actually had a little story on them in one of the business magazines in New Jersey that they're planning on growing their employee numbers in New Jersey. That's going to be their main headquarters.
Great.
Hoboken's office, right now, they have 5 employees. They're going to grow that, and they hope to have at least maybe 40, 50, 60 by the end of this year in Hoboken, New Jersey.
So it's in Hoboken, right?
Hoboken.
It seems like they're all in North Jersey. Didn't you go to a meeting?
You went to
West New York, New Jersey. By the way, that's the actual city's name. It's West New York, New Jersey. I mean, it's
well, you got to realize
it's a very, very odd name for a city in New Jersey.
You've got Jersey City, Hoboken, West New York. West New York is where a lot of the media companies have their headquarters because they don't want to be in New York, but they have them headquarters in West New York, New Jersey.
Yep.
Like the NBA's there. Mm-hmm. The NBA has stuff there, and that's where all the media companies pretty much gravitate to. because it's right near New York, but it's in New Jersey.
Yeah, it's strange. New Jersey's home to a lot of what you think would be New York companies. I mean, there's a headquarters Dow Jones on Route 1. So it's, when you think of a company that's typically New York, usually they have their headquarters somewhere else and probably in New Jersey because, let's be honest, the taxes are a little better.
Yeah.
And, and you can have bigger buildings because you're spread out a little more.
And there's also sports betting in New Jersey, not New York.
Yeah, well, there's that.
Yeah. We have two deals to talk about. Well, actually, one deal, one launch. Over in Illinois, we have the Hawthorne Racecourse and PointsBet Sportsbook finally opening. It's the closest in-person sportsbook to the city of Chicago.
Everything's inching closer to Chicago, which is nice. That I can't wait for just a sports book right in the center of Chicago, which would be great, or a big casino and a couple casinos in Chicago.
They're trying.
It'd be. I love going to Philadelphia because they have their casinos right in town. They have the one big one, which is it used to be Sugar House.
It's Rivers Casino, Philly, and they just celebrated their 10th year anniversary.
Yeah. Congratulations to them.
I think it's their first year as Rivers, but they're 10 years overall.
Then a little south of Philadelphia, there's Harris. They used to call it Harris Chester, but now they call it Harris Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And a little north of that, they have Park. So everything's pretty. And now Live Philadelphia is going to be built. I know
the first one's in Pittsburgh.
The first one's in Pittsburgh, but it looks like next year they're going to open up Live Philadelphia.
That would be interesting.
Live Philly, I guess it's called.
It's near all the stadiums too.
Yeah, it's very close to the stadium. So.
But the Hawthorne Racecourse is the first of 4 Chicagoland locations that the two companies are going to be opening. 3 of them are going to OTB it. The current one has over 60 high-definition TVs, 20 self-service kiosks, a 3-person betting concierge counter, and they also have a VIP lounge.
Okay.
Now, that's going to be replaced soon when the new Hawthorne Resort and Casino opens up on that property. They're doing a $400 million casino development project, and it's going to be a really high-end looking casino in that area.
Okay.
Still hanging out in Illinois, we have Twin River. Now, we were just talking about Rhode Island, where Twin River really started from. They just bought the Jumer's Casino Hotel and Resort in Rock Island, Illinois. And the reason they're doing that is sports betting. That's the main reason to pick up Jumer's. They bought that from Delaware North.
Okay.
Over in Pennsylvania, the Eagles and DraftKings have announced a deal. DraftKings just did a deal with the Giants.
I thought that, did the Eagles just do a deal with
Fox Bet?
Fox Bet, yeah, no. The Fox Bet is having a studio over in Lincoln Financial Field where the Eagles play.
They're going to be doing content with them there.
Now the Eagles just did a deal with DraftKings?
Yep. For DraftKings is now the official daily fantasy sports partner and the official sports betting partner of the Eagles.
Great.
They're going to have the exclusive naming rights to the Field Club at Lincoln Financial Field. You're more familiar with this stuff as an Eagles fan than I am.
I don't know where the Field Club is. I was in the stadium a couple times, but I don't know where the Field Club is.
But it's going to be called the DraftKings Field Club.
All right.
Offer VIP experiences, exclusive game day access featuring an on-field viewing area in the north end zone.
Interesting.
So you're going to see a DraftKings viewing party sometime. Once people come back,
I'm sure there's going to be signs all over the stadium. So definitely I'll check it out.
So that's what's going on around the country today for the Turnpike Sports Book Report. As always, there's going to be additional stories on the blog. Just head on over to turnpikesportsradio.com, click on the blog button, and these will be posted after the show is published.
And that'll do it for us. If you're going out to one of the newly reopened casinos or sportsbooks, please stay safe. And you know what? Wear a mask. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.